Hello, lovely listeners, and good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to One Harmonic Whole
With Kim and Jill.
Yeah. We are inviting you to like, subscribe, share, comment for this daily podcast.
Yep, so it gets more attention, gets shared a more, gets discovered a more.
Yep. Sit back and enjoy today's message. Okay. Next episode of Timelessness.
Yeah,
That has occurred.
it's time for the next one.
So what time is it?
Yeah. What time do we publish this?
Oh.
All this time around us.
Wow.
And then these silly ladies named Kim and Jill keep telling me to move into timelessness.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Timelessness. We ended the last one on kind of a big phrase. It was like the immersive experience of timelessness.
Yeah.
The essence is really what we're talking about. We're not saying there is no such thing as time.
Correct.
We are saying when we leave this realm, time does not exist.
Yep.
But we're in this realm.
We are.
And so there is some time, but we can infuse this experience here with that essence of timelessness.
Yeah.
And I think, Kim, why we're talking about that is because it's fun. It brings life back to life. It brings a thriving, as we used yesterday. It brings enjoyment. It brings happiness. It brings peace.
You know what I'm thinking about right now?
What?
Las Vegas.
Oh, we're going to Las Vegas. I won't tell you what went through my head when you said Las Vegas, but no.
I was just like, the immersive, they took that concept of timelessness and they embarked on it. They took it to the nth degree. So everything keeps going and 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 going. It just does not stop.
Another thing, vacations do that for people. Holidays can do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because the more we're talking about timelessness, I think we're both seeing more and more examples of timelessness in the world that we're experiencing, but we just really haven't been giving it much attention.
Right. Or some of these things, I feel like we've been utilizing them, I don't want to say incorrectly.
Say it. Wrong. Wrong.
We took them to a different degree than what they were actually intended to be used for. We've, what's the right word? Commercialized it.
Commercialized time.
Yeah. Timelessness. We commercialized the timelessness. Come here. You don't experience time like you said, the vacations. And then it's like you get everything handed to you. Get up when you want. Food's here all the time when you want it. All these drinks. It's like endlessness. And it's not really experiencing life then. So there's got to be a beautiful balance between the two.
Yeah.
You know, it's to help bring back the essence of when you go on the vacations. It's to help remind your energy what it's like to be in that timelessness. Okay. But yet then you're supposed to be able to utilize it. Okay, I'm learning to trust my intuition, reset, and come back and okay, now I'm rejuvenated. I'm ready to go.
And then to be able to bring some of that essence of vacation to daily life.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean you can, necessarily be on all 100% vacation in your daily life, but you can bring parts and pieces of it with. And what's popping into my head now, Kim, and I know in previous podcasts last year, I talked about this. Well, maybe it was the podcast, maybe it was other recordings, who knows where it was, but I talked about it, which was the overlap between the combustion engine in a car and horses.
Yeah.
And we're doing that now with time and timelessness. That's what going on vacation and then coming back to time, the two overlap. And our minds want to be extreme and say, I want to be in time or timeless.
Yeah.
So when I come back from vacation, if I want that essence, then I have to quit my job.
Yeah. Yep.
And the truth is, life is usually much more like it took a while for the car to become the center of transportation and for horses to go away. It actually took quite a long while.
Yeah.
And that is, we talked about this on, it was Tuesday when we talked about that the time and timelessness is coming up.
Yeah.
We're not saying we're all going to be able to live in flow and timelessness today or right after your vacation. But it does seem like it's a skill we're being called to and more toward over time, where incrementally we have and experience more and more of that timeless vacation stuff in our day-to-day life, which I might say could be a definition of beautiful words like ecstasy.
Yeah. Yeah. I have had some beautiful moments in my business where like I lost, well, we all have this experience where you lose concepts of time. Like you're just in the flow of it and you're like, oh, the next client's already here. Like, wow, I was just having so much fun. I was not paying attention to the time, but everything flowed when I wasn't thinking about the time.
You couldn't have even imagined, right?
Right. Even like if you're not experiencing a flow of, say, money, people struggle with money and finances in the world. Well, most people. There's a lot that have really grasped onto the concept of timelessness with money and finances. And this is where you're just in the flow. You're trusting and believing in yourself. Like when the timing's right, the flow will be there. The money will be there.
And that brings up a very interesting point because we had recently talked about trust really not being a feeling, but it's an experience.
Yeah.
Then we go back and go, okay, this has happened, so now I can trust this thing. Well, we're talking about finding more ways to see timelessness in ways that work so that we can all build greater trust in timelessness.
Yep.
And I actually was in here in your office yesterday this was just work stuff. Him and I were doing stuff. And I watched some scheduling timelessness stuff happen for you that I was just like totally entertained watching how scheduling can be really challenging in our world. Well, these people's schedules worked out absolutely perfectly with your schedule in no time.
Yeah.
No time.
Yep.
Means it all got scheduled and sorted out so quickly. And this was like this was 3 different schedules that had to come together.
Yep.
Quite honestly, I was the witness to it. I was just watching this occur. I was just like totally entertained. I was like, that is amazing that all of those schedules came together in a snap. If you would have, not you, if 3 of you would have tried to do that under time,
right,
it probably would have taken
longer.
And
frustrations with it. I do have to admit, it was very the mindset that I am in. So the trained mindset back in the day in the medical world and how everything had to flow into time. Okay. Working clinics, working different jobs, medications had to be given at this time, like you were trained. School, we're trained for time. Works, all the stuff, trained for time. And there is moments yet where that does creep in. So like yesterday, you're talking about that experience. I will tell you, like I could feel my breath getting tighter. I could feel my brain going into the judgment of what was going on. And then like almost like a self-criticism that I was doing to myself, that I wouldn't be able to get all this stuff in. When I start doing that, that's when things stop flowing. And I remind myself in that moment, and it's very quick. And this is years of training, where I have to stop and like almost take a deep breath and being like, okay, I'm trusting that things are flowing the way they need to. Stop getting the judgment in there. Stop getting the perfectionism in there of how I think it should have went.
Yeah,
and
that's
letting
key.
that go.
Also, I would like to share that. So if someone doesn't have a lot of trust for timelessness, because you do, that's okay. The word that I have suggested to use it is then the willingness. I'm willing to trust timelessness. I'm willing to see this work out in a way that I can't even imagine. And that also opens the doorway to that stuff coming together in a way that is incredible. So it's great when we have trust, but trust is built over time.
Yes.
So to trust to trust with timelessness is a little bit of an odd request because it's built over time.
Yep. And now I'm thinking about all these experiences that are happening in the world and people, even in people's lives. And they're like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to shift? At what time, when in this lifetime is this going to occur? Like, and when am I going to, like some people, when am I going to get married? Like, when am I going to have a child? Like all these like questions that people want to know the exact time. That is not using time appropriately. Like it's more, we have to trust that the energy that we put out, the essence of timelessness inside of us, trusting our intuition, just being in the now, we talk about that a lot. When you put that out there, things actually flow in beautiful timing. So here's what I'm going to pick on. Oh, okay. The extremes that are happening right now in our world, in society. It's not just the fights that are occurring, say in our economy, in the towns around us right now. If you know, you know. But this is also in your personal life. So I want you to look into your personal life right now. Are you having moments where you are like really having a hard time with another person? Okay. You're not maybe honoring and respecting their stuff, or they're not honoring and respecting your wishes, your belief system, how you flow. Okay. That is a moment in time that you need to stop and say, like, I am getting caught up in time. I'm getting caught up in, oh, it's like I'm getting shoved into a room with a whole bunch of people that are like, like, holy crap. They're like, you just put your box in that, like, you just box yourself in on the concept of time. Like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to change going to happen? I'm going to sit there and argue. I'm going to fight with you because the timing is now. Timing is now. Oh, wow.
Boxed yourself in with time. You know what? Let's wrap this one up on that idea of how we box ourselves in with time. Because that is something to just contemplate today. Embrace, play with a little bit if you want. If you don't want to play with it, just be with it.
Yeah.
How do we box ourselves in with time? Because even Kim, when you were saying people are in your example, no one in particular, but when am I going to get married? When am I going to have children? When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? You know what happens in timelessness is we set the intention that we want that, and we trust that it shows up. If it is the thing to show up for. We have to also be willing to let something go that we think needs to come our way. And we box ourselves in when we say, I want this thing at all costs.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting at with the boxing thing. Like, at all costs, you will show up and do this thing that you've been told you need to do. That when you sit and just really look at being boxed in by it, you're like, is this not really what I want to be doing?
No.
And it's be gentle, because it's not very fun to see it, but it's really important to see it because it'll allow us to break free of that box very quickly. Just the seeing it.
Oh,
yeah.
That box is strong, you guys. Let's break free from the box.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This is Kim and Jill with One Harmonic Whole Dailies podcast.
Please like, subscribe, share, comment, share with a friend today. Somebody needs this message.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you so much for listening.